This young couple started taping educational strategy. The first day that father arrived home from working, mother got up, abandoned children, and hugged father and kissed father. Children was not walking, not standing. They just stood there with their toys. They were amazed. What's going on? This grown up that spent the entire day with us suddenly forgot about us and went and greeted this person that we hardly see every day. We hardly see him, maybe once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Um, and mother shows a lot of affection and love and displays it. The next day, they do the same interaction. Husband arrives at home, mommy gets up, leaves the children and hugs daddy, and children stand up as well, almost. What's going on? Maybe we should do the same. Children, barely walking, yeah? It's not, big children. I'm talking about barely walking children. This is for the purposes of education. This is for the purpose of showing love and affection. This is for the purpose of filling the vessel with love instead of indifference. The next day, they do the same thing. Father opens the door, mother goes to hug father, and children run just after, some even stumbling and falling, but they get up and they have a big hug together. You see, this is made progressively. It's not going to be immediate, but it's something that you have to do for, until they get the gist of it. And they all hug, and it's all beautiful. The children, by the way, they seem to have a year or two apart from them. Or they could be twins, I don't know. Because if it's a son and a daughter, twins, the son often grows faster than the daughter. I don't know. They could be twins. Anyway, one day, father opens the door, mother gets up, but the children don't let her get first. Children run and they beat her. She pretended to fall behind. Next day, father arrives, children run, and mother doesn't even move. You see, the purpose is for children to greet their father, to have this moment of affection, of love, of filling the vessel with intent, with love, with interaction, showing it physically, its appreciation, its acknowledgement. Yes, this is something you have to do from the earliest possible. I was listening to this MD. She's out of Europe. Very interesting, very wise, I would say. Totally study the classics, the humanities, the philosophy, the everything. You have to study the humanities, the history and the philosophy of things. And she was saying there's a infestation of borderline personality disorder. What in the past used to be an exception, it became the rule. They even misdiagnose people left and right because they have to explain away why people are so antisocial, why they are so confrontable. They don't seek harmony, they seek confrontation and argumentation. and they have this dead stare in their eyes, soulless stare in their eyes. And the specialists, governmental and etc., they are all hiding their hair underneath the sand. They don't care. And even coming up with new, diagnosis to explain away this don't give a shit phenomena. What's happening is that people have become so energetically drained by the system that they don't have the time to greet their children, to hug their children, to show affection, to show love, to cook a meal and eat together, and sit in the couch, hug each other. They don't have time for those things because mommy and daddy work nowadays, and children are just left with the schooling or with the nanny, and they don't develop this mutual affectional love. So this blank stare on people's faces. When I say people, I'm talking about the queens and the kings. It's not a specific gender. It's in general. It's the kings and the queens that are affected. This blank stare, don't touch me stare. How dare you stare. Because they grew up without affection. Their parents failed to educate them in the love language, I would say. Because children, they learn in the beginning, when they are small, 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 they learn by imitating the grown-ups. They imitate. If your parents are, for instance, this is just for the argument, if your parents are engineers, it's possible that your children will become very susceptible to engineering because you just pick it up. They just pick it up. They copy your behaviors, your habits. They indirectly they copy it. The language of affection, they copy it. They copy everything. So if your parents are, for instance, Neoplatonists, chances are your children are also going to be Neoplatonists. Or if they're not, jokingly, in the future, maybe if someone, is very intelligent and born with the truth-seeking, inclinations, they will definitely seek Neoplatonism anyway. But in the beginning, people just copy and paste their parents' behavior. So be careful what you expose your children until they're like 12. That's the important part, until they're 12. After 12, they don't listen to parents anymore. They listen to their friends, they listen to their professors and stuff, they listen to the internet. They are in the rebellious phase. They hardly, have time to talk to you or pay attention to you. So you have to prepare a good foundation. A good foundation. So there's a rise in borderline personality disorder all over the place because of this, because children are being raised like they were, a machine or something. So they have this blank stare in their faces. All of them, of course. All right. Tell me what you guys think. Have a nice day.